Hi, everyone. Lisa Schmitz here with Do Something Indy and For the Love of Speedway. So, our last show for the month of March is just fantastic. We are spotlighting women business owners in Speedway. And who knew the town of Speedway was run by so many amazing women? What we did was pull them all together in a networking opportunity, gathering them for headshots. This was all the brainchild of my daughter, Lane Warner, who owns Lane Lewis Photography and Studio 1432 right in the heart of Speedway on Main Street. So this is their story. They answered a lot of great questions. They have given us inspiration for any woman or any person out there who may want to start their own business. And we just loved spotlighting them. So you'll hear some of them in the show. You'll hear my interview with my daughter. And then I encourage you to go out and read the article that we've written that includes all of their answers to those questions. And also my daughter's blog post about why she decided to do this. And it's just a great show. And again, a great way to end Women's History Month. So go out and watch, keep in touch, share people with us that you think we need to spotlight on this show. And without ado, here we go.
Hi, so give me your name and the name of your business and a description of what you do.
Brooke Minnix with B. Aaron Designs, and we are a home decor and gift boutique.
What advice would you give any woman who's thinking about starting their own business?
Do it.
Yeah. Do it. Okay, just do it. Give us your name and then the name of your business and a description of what you do.
Okay, I'm Erica Gergley. The name of my business, well, I have a couple businesses, so it's The Soothing Snuggler, it's Stable Living, and Made Mindfully PhD. So I'm a licensed clinical psychologist.
Hi, so give us your name and the name of your business.
So I'm Evelyn. I'm the owner of Houseplants and Stuff. It's an online houseplant shop with houseplants, of course, succulents, and hand-painted pots.
Nice. Okay, so why did you decide to locate your business in Speedway, Indiana?
So first, the community is unmatched. The culture is just beautiful. The historic space here is just the community. Everybody is so nice to each other. I love it. I really couldn't pick a different place to have it. I really do love it here.
And you came from a long ways away. You just moved here, right? From
Washington, D.C.
Give us your name, the name of your business, and a description of what you do.
Hi, I'm Dr. Addie Angelov, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Paramount Health Data Project. So we're a small research organization located here in Speedway, and we correlate academic data with health outcome data from school nurses' office to predict how kids navigating poverty are going to do on standardized achievement tests in reading and math.
Hi, so give us your name and the name of your business and a description of what you do.
Yep, it's Corey Ritter, and I am at the Boom Room on Main Street. We are a full-service salon, waxing, and brow skincare studio.
Hi, so give us your name and the name of your business and a little bit of a description of what you do.
All right. My name is Cass Miller, and I own Fun Days Ice Cream and Sweets.
We all love Fun Days. So why did you decide to locate your business in Speedway, Indiana?
Just this Main Street is really up and coming.
So give us your name, the name of your business, and describe what you do.
Christy Ryder, City Dogs Grocery, I'm the owner, and we just supply pet needs for the pets, dogs, and cats here in town and around Indy, and supply them with the best healthy things we can find.
So why did you guys decide to start your business in Speedway, Indiana?
So my husband and I live here in Speedway, have been here for a few years, and we saw that there was really nothing here on Main Street. And goal was to have something right where we live in our neighborhood, and so we did it.
Okay, so give us your name and the name of your business and a description of what you do.
Okay, my name is Brittany Lewis, and I am a Optavia health coach, and I help people guide them on their journey to optimal health and well-being.
So what would you say has been the biggest challenge in owning your own business?
The biggest challenge has been getting out of my own head, and just believing that I can do anything I want to do.
First, give us your name and the name of your business and a description of what you do.
My name is Ann Tudor, and my business is Ann Tudor LLC. I'm an artist that specializes in lampwork, glass, and surface design.
What has been your greatest accomplishment so far?
Probably at one point I was in 50 retail stores across the United States, a couple in Canada and one in the UK.
That's quite an accomplishment. What advice would you give to a woman who is wanting to start their own business?
Do it.
So tell us your name and a little bit about your business.
My name is Lisa Schmitz, and I am the founder of For the Love of Speedway. For the Love of Speedway is all about all of the good, fun things in the town, and I do crafts and art-related items, and all of the work that we sell actually supports our art center that's just a few minutes south of here. Hey everybody, Lisa here with Do Something Indy, and my guest today is Lane Warner of Lane Lewis Photography. Hello. And of Studio 1432 in the heart of Speedway on Main Street. So Lane, tell us what we just did.
So we had all these really amazing women business owners in Speedway come together just for networking and chatting and having a good time. And we did headshots and group photos, and it was really awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So Lane reached out to me recently and said, hey, I have this idea. And tell us about that. Like, how did you come up with this idea to do this?
I don't even know. I think, I've always known that there's been so many women in business in Speedway, and it's just like really awesome to me. So I wanted to gather all of these ladies together for one, to meet all of them and just be able to network with them and come together and have a good time. So I feel like Speedway is like run by women, which is really awesome to me.
I think we figured that out today.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So when she reached out, I, of course, with my For the Love of Speedway, jumped on it and said, would love to co-promote this with you. Yeah. And when we did the kind of shout out on social media for women business owners in Speedway to let us know who they were and that we were going to do this, we didn't expect that we would get the turnout that we did. Yeah. So how many total responses do you think you got?
I think I had like 22 total responses.
Yes. 22 women business owners in the town of Speedway. So I remember years ago when we lived here, the town did a little spot on the women business owners up and down Main Street. And there were maybe a handful, I think 4 or 5 or so. And so to have 20 now is incredible. So tell our audience kind of how this went today and what we did.
So, we just gathered at the studio. We did headshots. We had snacks and beverages. Everybody just got to like hang out and meet each other and talk and tell us about their businesses. And then we did some really fun group photos. And I think we're going to do it more often.
Yeah. So I think the consensus was that we wanted to gather everyone like once a quarter or something like that. Yeah. So when Lane reached out to me at first, of course, I did jump on it, but my next thought was, oh my goodness, March is Women's History Month. And so these are women that are getting out there and doing it and making history, right now. Yeah. So I'm going to give a plug because Lane's my daughter. And so to see her doing this and gathering women in business and encouraging and supporting and promoting other women in business is part of those women making history right now kinds of things. So I've already interviewed you with our standard questions that we asked everyone, but I want to ask you again, what would be your biggest piece of advice to a woman wanting to start a business?
Don't wait. Just do it. Just do it.
So you probably don't know this because you've been in this room mixing and mingling and talking with all the other women, but I would say almost every single one that answered that question said the exact same thing. So
I feel like it's the same thing like with children. You're never going to be ready to have kids, right? You're never going to be 100% ready to start your business. But I started my business on Main Street when I was 7 months pregnant with my son. Not the best time. The best time, but it was perfect and it worked out, and I honestly wish I would have done it years ago.
So let's back up a little bit because you've been a business owner for longer than that. So how long have you owned your Lane Lewis Photography business?
So this year will be 12 years in business, which is crazy to me. And I, for 9 of those years, I also worked a full-time job on top of my photography business. And I now knowing what I know now, right, I wish I would have quit my full-time job years ago.
So what do you think prevented you from doing it before?
I was scared. I just didn't think it would work out. And one piece of advice my husband told me when I signed the lease for the studio was, it's only a year. It's only a year. If it doesn't work out, it's only a year.
Well, so I'm going to out you a little bit too with your photography business. So when you first got started, you were like, I'm never doing weddings.
No.
They're too stressful. And now is that maybe the primary part of your business?
I mean, weddings,
At least half?
yeah, would probably half. So
Yeah.
weddings and family sessions are definitely the majority of my business. And yeah, weddings are definitely a big part of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also, I remember as you were working those years with a full-time job and the photography was your side hustle.
Yeah.
That you started getting so much experience and so good, and word of mouth gets out there and they're like, oh my goodness, here is this amazing photographer, and you're having to field, client inquiries and all that. And then you finally realized a few years into the business that you were making more money as a photographer than you were at your day job. Mm-hmm. So what was that final thing that made you go in full bore?
To be completely honest, it was my kids.
Yeah.
So I knew for a fact I couldn't do both. While I didn't have kids and I wasn't married, I could hustle and work my butt off constantly and work basically 2 full-time jobs. But my goal has always been to be able to support my family, but also be there for my family. And that's what I'm able to do now.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And a little side note, I also own a floral design business and I do full-blown weddings and receptions, and we've gotten to work together a lot. So I can speak to her expertise, and also, being a wedding vendor, you always love to have amazing vendors in your back pocket that you can call on when you need them. So, so what other words of advice would you have for a woman or anyone wanting to start a business?
I guess just don't second guess yourself. And I will say this too. Another woman in business told me years ago, just jump and the universe will take care of you.
Yeah.
And I did not believe her. And I can tell you 100% without a doubt right now, just do it and God will take care of you.
Yes.
So yeah.
Amen to that.
It'll be hard. It'll be the hardest thing you've ever done. You'll question yourself every single day. You'll work way more hours than you worked at a regular full-time job. But it is worth every second.
Yeah. I say I work harder for myself than I ever worked for any other boss.
Yeah.
So it's 24/7.
Yep.
So yeah.
But it's worth it.
It absolutely is. So in honor of Women's History Month and the women making history right now in the town of Speedway, Indiana, which we're all so intimately connected to, we just wanted to say thank you for doing what you did today. And that is the epitome of doing something Indy, taking that leap and saying, hey, I want to promote and support these women, and how can I do it? And then you did it. We pulled it off.
Crazy.
I know. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you, daughter and photographer. Yeah. And so thank you guys for watching Do Something Indy. We'll see you next time. Bye. Are you inspired now? I hope so. These women inspired us tremendously, and I just love all of their stories. And again, who knew so many women were running the town of Speedway? And we didn't even capture them all. There were so many that weren't able to participate. They were either out of town or had another conflict. But guys, there are just so many opportunities out there. Listen to their advice and just do it, right? Just do it and do something. That's what this show is all about. Spotlighting people in Indianapolis who are doing great things. You could be our next guest. Let us know if you want to be on the show. Thanks again. And until